Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. Here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, December 18th through Sunday, December 24th, 2017. For this week's weekly reading, we will be using, for the main message, the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck by Doreen Virtue. So let's go ahead and get right in because we have a lot of astrology happening this week. So let's take a look at your special stones of choice so you can decide what special message card you would like. The first stone of choice is volcanic glass. Now, the volcanic glass is a form of obsidian, and it has reflective qualities, meaning it can reflect back to you shadow aspects of yourself. It helps to expose any blockages within you so that you can release them. It is a stone of deep soul healing of old wounds on an emotional and mental level and has strong protective qualities to it. Your second stone of choice is called Shadakite. And I know some of you are probably going to ask me how to spell it in the comments, so I'll go ahead and spell it for you. S-H-A-T-T-U-C-K-I-T-E, Shadakite. The Shadakite is a really wonderful energy. It's got green and turquoise blue colors in it, as you can see. It stimulates the third eye, as well as the throat chakra. So the third eye, of course, is where our psychic perceptions are. Throat chakra, our communication ability. Helps to bring clear psychic vision, and it helps to aid in channeling higher information from other and higher dimensions. Brings in the highest source of that information. So in other words, it helps you to gain access to the highest source of universal energies to bring forth whatever messages, wisdom, and knowledge is appropriate. And then the third stone of choice, another beautiful stone. This is a jasper. There's many different kinds of jasper in many different colors. This one is called Kambaba jasper. So it's K-A-M-B-A-B-A, Kambaba jasper. So this is a stone of peace and tranquility. It's a dark green stone with the black circular patterns all over it here. So again, the stone of peace and tranquility, it helps to expand one's mental focus. It helps you to release negative thoughts and feelings and emotions and belief systems. It's a stone of wisdom, wisdom from ancient lifetimes. So basically accessing that wisdom and magical knowledge from ancient lifetimes. So again, your stones of choice are the volcanic glass, the Shadakite, and the Kambaba jasper. Now, most of you know, because you've watched my videos for a while, you go with whatever stone draws you for the week. You might like a particular stone in general, but sometimes when you watch these videos, you find one jumps out at you more so than another. Sometimes a lot of people ask me, what if you like more than one stone? And that's okay too. You can get more than one message, but you should probably try to focus in on what one really grabs your attention the most. What one kind of is highlighted to you? What one really are you magnetized to in this particular week? So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the astrology. I mentioned that there was a lot going on. At the end of last week's video, I had given you a little heads up that we're having a new moon on Monday, the 18th here of December. It's happening very early in the morning, which is why I mentioned it last week. The new moon is at 26 degrees Sagittarius. Sagittarius, of course, is a sign that rules inspiration, and it rules our belief systems, it rules future visions, as far as the vision of your future, not necessarily psychic visions, but this is like the vision of your forward movement and the vision of your future and where do you want to go, where do you want to expand into, what do you want to create, you know, the creation energy that you're expanding into. That's where the new moon lies. Right after we have the new moon with the sun and the moon at 26 degrees of Sagittarius, the moon will move on to conjunct Saturn that day on Monday the 18th. at the 29th degree of Sagittarius. So Saturn's at that last degree of Sagittarius on Monday and moves into Capricorn, the next sign of the zodiac, on Tuesday. So the moon connecting with that Saturnian energy at the last degree is going to be significant for helping us to kind of manifest. It's a good day to visualize that new moon, like right after the new moon happens or during the course of the day. Start visualizing and seeing and feeling your life purpose, your next step on your path, where you want to go with life. Because when the moon connects with Saturn, Saturn's a manifestation energy, rules the third dimension. So it's going to help you to kind of bring shape and form. It's going to be the beginning process of manifestation of whatever it is you're putting out there on the new moon. Now, when Saturn goes into Capricorn on Tuesday the 19th, Saturn is now going to be in this sign of the zodiac for the next 2.5 years, because Saturn spends that long in each sign of the zodiac. So Saturn is actually the planetary ruler of the sign of Capricorn, so he's very at home in this sign here. Now, in one way, Saturn limits and restricts the energy of wherever it is. That would be wherever it is in your birth chart, wherever it's transiting in your birth chart, and as well as each sign of the zodiac that it goes into. There's karmic lessons involved with Saturn. That's what Saturn rules. Saturn learns limitation, restriction, karmic lessons. He's the great teacher of these lessons, but Saturn also rules manifestation, the manifestation principle, third dimensional time, rules the patriarchal system. It rules our career, status, our life path, who we are out in the world. So when Saturn goes into Capricorn, just like when Saturn has been in Sagittarius for the past 2.5 years, there's going to be karmic lessons around that energy. While it was in Sagittarius, there was karmic energy or lessons around the areas of our belief systems, expanding our vision, all those things that Sagittarius rules. Now, as Saturn goes into Capricorn, there's going to be karmic lessons regarding business, career, life path, destiny path, status, who we are out in the world, business, the patriarchal system. But there's also going to be great manifestation qualities within this sign. So if you're working on your own business or expanding your business, Saturn is going to help to make things happen, you know, keeping your mind in a positive place. It doesn't have to be limitation and restriction. Focus on the positive aspects of Saturn. Focus on Saturn bringing form and structure and a solid foundation, and again, this manifestation principle to these ideas that Capricorn rules. Now, on Wednesday the 20th, Venus is in Sagittarius still, and it's making a positive connection to Uranus in the sign of Aries. So this can be really fun. This is a positive connection. So there could be some wonderful surprises in the area of relationship and partnerships, as well as money and finances, because those are some things that Venus rules. There could be some unexpected travel involved, because Venus is in the sign of Sagittarius, which rules long-distance travel. There could be some sudden unexpected maybe redirection in a relationship, but because it's a positive aspect, it might be something to where, you know, you didn't expect. Maybe there's a certain gift coming your way. You know, maybe there's a deepening of a relationship or a spontaneous trip or travel that's associated. You know, it could be any number of things, but this aspect is positive, so it seems to bring in a higher vibrational energy surrounding those things. It could be you meeting somebody new too. If you're not in a relationship, Venus connecting with Uranus that day, or again, could be like the day before or the day after, because we always have to give it, you know, a length of time. It's not just on that day necessarily that these things can start to happen, but it could bring in somebody sudden, unexpected, and new in your life. A new relationship might pop in. On Thursday, the 21st, the Sun now moves into Capricorn with Saturn. And then later on the day, on the 21st, the Sun will connect with Saturn, because the Sun moves a lot faster than Saturn does. So now we have the Sun connecting with Saturn. So the Sun highlights something. It shines its light upon something. So here we're highlighting and shining our light upon this newly Saturn and Capricorn energy, bringing structure and form and manifestation of things into our life. as far as who we are out in the world, as far as our life path and our destiny path. So, you know, that's actually a good day for something connected with your career or a project you're working on, or again, taking the next step on your path. Saturn has that kind of almost like a step-by-step, work hard, focus hard, you know, do what you need to do to get to where you need to go kind of aspect to it. So whatever's happening on that day with the sun shining upon Saturn or connecting with Saturn, it should be very positive. On Friday the 22nd, Mercury, which has been retrograde for a while, is now turning back to direct motion at 13 degrees Sagittarius. So now our ideas and plans, and even perhaps some communications that we've had, can now start to move forward. Things can start to really manifest with Saturn in Capricorn and the Sun in Capricorn. And now Mercury on the 22nd is direct in Sagittarius, which is expanding our vision, expanding those ideas, expanding the creation, expanding the inspiration, because those are all Sagittarius energies. And then there's not really anything huge happening for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. The moon is in Pisces. It's connecting to a lot of planets. So this can be a very spiritual kind of energy, a good time to, of course, that's Christmas Eve. Sunday the 24th is Christmas Eve. So it's a good time to connect spiritually with other people and feel that unconditional love and compassion, and just it's a really nice, divine, feminine, loving, kind of nurturing energy. And again, another little heads up for next week's video, the 25th, which is Christmas Day, but that starts out next week's video because it's Monday, but I'm just going to let you know now. Venus then will be moving into the sign of Capricorn, joining Saturn and the Sun in that sign. So, of course, you'll have to stay tuned for next week's video. And if you need to review the whole month in general, as we're nearing here the end of the last month of the year, you might want to go back and watch the monthly angel card reading for the month of December. I'm now working on, the article and the video for January, the first month of 2018. So you'll want to be sure within the next couple of weeks to watch for that as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the messages from the cards here and see what our angels and guides have to say. All right, so the first card to start out the week is the Six of Michael. Now, the Michael suit in this particular deck is the suit of swords, and most of the time when we see the sword suit, a lot of the cards in the sword suit are a little bit challenging, but the Six of Swords is one of those swords cards that is not. So the Six of Michael is a very positive card. And it says at the bottom, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. And so that's really nice, the light at the end of the tunnel. It says, breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. And it also can mean relocation or travel. So right away, there's a couple things that come to mind. First of all, that last sentence, relocation or travel. We have Archangel Michael here in a boat. The boat is actually above the water, traveling in the air because it's the suit of air, so to speak. So this can be travel of the mind, but it can also be that a lot of you, as we near the end of the year, are thinking about relocating, or maybe things are just starting to fall into place and you're being redirected to move from where you live. This could be moving within your own city. This could be moving out of the state. This could be moving across the country or across the world. But it looks like there's some sort of movement, a positive movement, that's indicated here. The number 6 is about balance. So this movement is going to bring in a sense of balance. It's going to rebalance your energies, not only within yourself, but I feel like rebalancing the spiritual energies, rebalancing your path. It's like we're starting to now move forward in a very positive way. The other thing that came in when I was first reading the first sentence, it's the light at the end of the tunnel, and then breathe a sigh of relief, is that, remember, we've been over the last year dealing with Chiron squaring Saturn. Chiron has been in Pisces, Saturn had been in Sagittarius. They were kind of challenging one another since the fall of 2016. Now we're out of that, and I feel like that's what popped into my mind when I read those first two sentences, is that Saturn is now moved out of Sagittarius, so it's out of the range of that square, that challenging connection to Chiron, which was bringing up all these old karmic wounds, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And it doesn't mean that we're all done healing. It doesn't mean that, you know, we're not going to have any challenges come up, or that healing ceases, that we don't need any more healing. That's not necessarily what it means, but that heaviness and the intensity of it, I feel, has shifted now that Saturn has moved into Capricorn this week. And so when I breathe, when I see that, breathe a sigh of relief, I feel like a lot of us are going to feel a lot lighter. We're going to feel like things are moving a lot better. We're going to feel a lot more emotionally and mentally balanced as Saturn moves into his home sign of Capricorn. So this is a positive start to the week, a very positive message. You can see here, there's still some like wavy waters. They're not stormy waters necessarily, but it's not calm either. So it's like, Archangel Michael in the boat above the water, above the wavy water. It's like we're rising above something. We're rising above the emotional challenges that maybe we've been through. So I like that imagery there as we're rising above that and moving forward. Now to take a look at the second card. Wow, we have another Michael card, and this is the Ace of Michael. If there was two cards in the suit of Michael, or in the suit of air or swords that are positive, it's the 6 that we just looked at and the Ace. The Ace of Michael says, a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. Okay, so the Ace of Michael, the Aces are about new beginnings, and this is a new beginning on the level of the mental. So a new beginning in the way you think, a new beginning in the way you believe, a new beginning in the way you communicate. There is probably new ideas abounding here. Interestingly enough, this card as well has water in it, just like the 6 of Michael had that kind of stormy, wavy water. This also does too, but as you notice, Archangel Michael is above the water. He's not standing in the water. He's not touching the water. He's risen above the water. And so we're rising above those emotional challenges. We're getting more into this mental realm with the 6 of Michael and the Ace of Michael. And again, these are both positive cards. So we're being in a more positive mental state of mind as well. We're thinking more clearly. We're believing more positively about our direction, about our future, as we start this new beginning energy. Okay, and just as it says, don't allow any little snags. We are just, coming out of Mercury retrograde this week. So if there's a slowdown of communication or messages coming in, or you're trying to accomplish something with a project, or some area of your life you're trying to move forward with, and you're kind of being slowed down and there's little bumps in the road, don't worry about it. That's just Mercury slowing down and getting ready to turn to direct motion. As we move into the next week and the week after and the week after, Mercury starts speeding up, then we're going to see things becoming more and more easy and falling more and more into place. So don't worry about those bumps in the road. The last card. Okay, we have, wow, new beginnings. So we have a new moon in Sagittarius at the beginning of the week, and the third card here this week is Major Arcana number 20, and new beginnings with Archangel Jeremiah. Archangel Jeremiah is the archangel that helps us do life reviews, which is interesting because, again, in the last month of the year, as we're winding down the year, we're starting to review our lives, review our progress, review what we've been through during the course of 2017, and getting ready for new beginnings. The new beginning of 2018, a brand new universal year energy, which we'll talk about when we get there. And the message at the bottom says, starting a new life, finishing your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. The sentence that stands out to me is finding your purpose. I feel like we're closing out a lot of that Saturn square Chiron energy that we had again, as I mentioned earlier, over the course of the last year. We've done a lot of karmic clearing and healing and releasing and transmuting of old energies from this and previous lifetime experiences. We've cut cords to old karmic situations or circumstances or relationships. We're getting ready for this new beginning and finding our true purpose. Here we have Archangel Jeremiah up in the clouds, up in the sky, and there's almost like a family, looks like 2 adults and 2 children here, and they're walking kind of in a shadow, but they're walking towards the light of the mountain. They're walking towards finding their purpose, the next step on their path. And that step is highlighted. They're being led by divine guidance of Archangel Jeremiah. So take the next step towards your purpose. Know that this is a new beginning. We're at, we're right on, what do I want to say, the precipice of this new beginning. Okay, so it's not just in this week, but the new beginning is occurring over these next few weeks as we transition into a New Year's energy. Now you'll see back here by my angel, and which, by the way, I wanted to mention my beautiful flowers that I got from one of my Reiki students. So I want to thank Chloe for coming over and bringing these wonderful, beautiful flowers. But here I have a 4th card, and I just decided, because we have Mercury going direct this week, and we have a new moon in Sagittarius, and we're ending the, nearing the end of the year of 2017, although we do have kind of one more week to go. But I decided to pull a 4th card. Wow, beautiful. To kind of wind things up here, we have the 9 of Raphael. And this is like the 9 of water in the traditional tarot. The message says, make a wish. Dreams become reality. A joyful time of life. It can't get any better than that. It can't get any better than that. Make a wish. Dreams become reality. A joyful time of life. So we're definitely moving into a much better space, a much better energy. Again, yes, there's still going to be ups and downs. There's still things we're moving through. There's still healing to be done. But I feel like it's much, much lighter. Remember, 2017 was a one universal year of time of new beginnings, but it's like the birthing pains. Remember, I likened it to a woman giving birth, and it's not always quick, it's not always easy. A lot of times when a woman's in labor, it's very challenging. And this year, in a lot of ways, has been challenging for many people. But now we're moving out of that. It's time to give birth to the new you, the new life, the new direction, the new opportunity. Whatever it might be, allow yourself to make your dreams a reality. This is one of the best cards in the deck. It's called the Wish card. The Wish card about making your wishes come true. So beautiful way to end this reading right before Christmas here on, Christmas Eve as we get to Sunday. So now we want to look at your special message card depending on your stones of choice. So we got the magical mermaids and dolphins, taking a deep breath, tuning in, asking for divine guidance. This one is for the volcanic glass people. Tranquility, beautiful. Make time to relax, be still, and enjoy your solitude, indulging in much needed self-care. Again, nearing the end of the year, it's a time of contemplation, reflection, meditation, healing. We're still in a healing mode a bit. We're in that time of winter here on our side of the planet. I know in Australia you're in your summertime, which is great. But, this is a time as we're nearing Christmas to just really take care of yourself. A lot of us are doing a lot of shopping and preparing for family and getting ready for big holiday dinners. And I just feel like those of you that chose the volcanic glass, and volcanic glass, by the way, that form of obsidian relates to the root chakra, grounding yourself a little bit, needing to ground. So this is one way to ground, is to take care of yourself. Take a nice relaxing bath, get massage, take a walk out in the woods by yourself, do a meditation. You need some alone time. That's what it boils down to, because, we're so busy during the holidays taking care of everybody else's needs. Your angels and guides are saying it's time for you to just take out a little time out for yourself. It doesn't have to be, too long that it upsets other people's, plans, but really take time and allow yourself to have some self-care and self-nurturing this week. All right, for those of you that chose the Shattuckite, let's take a little look here, Shattuckite people. Okay, this one's popping up. Mother healing. Okay, so it does seem that we're doing some healing yet. As your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. So again, this is a time of holidays and getting together with family. This might be literal, that there's some healing to do with mother or even sister. This is the divine feminine energy. This could even be good female friends, a friendship with another woman. This is about divine feminine healing that's going on. So whether it's mother, sister, child, friend, grandmother, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. There does seem to be children involved here in this image, but this also reminds me of the inner child. So this can also be about healing your own inner child, healing the divine feminine within yourself, healing your emotions, your emotional body, the feelings that you're having, being aware of them, moving through them. All of this deals with that kind of water image that we have in the background of this particular card, and the idea that we're here to heal. As we're healing that divine feminine energy, as we're paying attention to our feelings and letting that be our guide, again, that's allowing us to be free of lower vibrational energies or cutting cords to certain patterns, and that's going to free up our energy to, again, manifest much more rapidly what it is that we want to manifest. All right, and for those of you that chose the Kambaba Jasper, I want to shuffle more, but I keep looking at this one and they're saying no, just pick this one here. All right, friendship. Okay, so this is nice because this is a lot about, connecting with a lot of feminine energy here, or friendship, of course, can be masculine as well, but make a date for a play day with one or more friends. Again, holiday season, getting together with loved ones. A lot of us focus on family. Don't forget to also connect with your friends. Now, of course, a lot of us have plans with family that take up our time during the holidays, but just like me, I've been trying to connect with many of my friends who have helped me in some way, shape, or form throughout this year, 2017, going out to dinner, meeting for tea, just kind of getting together and catching up, giving them a Christmas card or whatever. So remember that friends, your friends are also, those relationships of friends are also very important in your life as well. And, they're even saying, again, bringing out that inner child, playing and bringing out the inner child, connecting with that, having fun with that. It's not all serious. We want to have fun. Okay, so I hope you've liked this weekly angel card reading. I send you all much love and light, many angel blessings for a wonderful, beautiful Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or whatever it is you're celebrating towards the end of this year. Again, sending you much love and light and many, many angel blessings.